Hey there and howdy to all y'all good people out there in football land. This is your old cousin Scotty here with another bag of tasty pigskin picks. Now I don't know about you, but I think it's about time for me to get this face on a bag of pork rinds and get my name on it. Cousin Scotty's Pigskins. We could have salted, barbecue, and hot. Hey, a guy can dream, can't he? I want to introduce y'all to somebody. We got a special guest. This is my son Hunter. ROTC cadet, United States soldier, and volunteer fireman. We got it all wrapped up into one big package right here. We love this kid.
How y'all doing today?
Last week I got 4 out of 6 right. Fresno State came to play, who knew, and Kentucky didn't. Now that was expected. Well, let's see if I can do a little better this week, folks. And remember, we do this all for fun, not for betting. So if you do and you lose, it's your fault. I ain't responsible. Just like your bookie in Vegas. Here we go. Kentucky versus Tennessee. Is it possible for two teams to lose the same game? You might say no, but this one could prove us all wrong. The Vols are terrible and the Cats are heading in the wrong direction. With 5 games to go, the Vols' only chance of going bowling is to hit the old striking spare on Western Avenue. The Blue Kitties are 5-2, just one win away from bowl eligible, and they could wind up wearing some ugly shoes as well. So who do we pick in this Irony Bowl? Well, if the Cats show up, they should win. And if the Vols want to keep their coach, they better show up and win. Well, I flipped a coin and it landed on its edge. I threw some darts and they all hit the floor. I even tried rock, paper, scissors with myself, and that went about how I figure this game will go. So, Cousin Scotty will go out on a limb and pick this one. It's a do or die time. Tennessee. Duke versus Virginia Tech. The Blue Devils head off to Blacksburg to get all bruised up on Saturday. Justin Fuente and his Hokies are about as an inhospitable group as can be, as the Tar Heels found out last week. Cutcliffe and the Devils got off to a good start, but after the Hurricanes made landfall in central North Carolina, the wind is being taken out of the Dukies. Can they turn this season back around and get to a winning record? Maybe, but not this week. The Southwest Virginia slide rule jockeys have run the numbers through their supercomputing device and have figured on a winning way big. When this day is done, you might need a calculator to add up all the stats and the score. Cousin Scotty's pick in a one-sided high-scoring affair, Virginia Tech. How about UAB versus Southern Mississippi? Yes, and I said that correct. What we have here is the redneck version of South Central. Yep. The Central Alabama Fire Lizards will head to South Mississippi and try to be, well, the heat of the night. However, when the Golden Eagles hit the field in their blackout unis, looking a little pre-charred as it were, the Green Monster is going to be so confused that by the time they figured out what hit them, it'll be too late. Them Eagles will have doused the flames of the prehistoric beast, saddled it, and rode off into the Mississippi night. Cousin Scotty's pick, Southern Miss. UCLA versus Washington. The Big Bad Bruins traveled to Husky country on Saturday afternoon riding high from a big win over some Ducks. At this point of the year, the Power 5 conferences have established the pecking order, and the West Coast, as usual, is falling farther and farther behind. With the exception of Washington and their in-state rivals, the West has no dog in the hunt for the playoffs. These one-loss dogs are in a do-or-die situation. They cannot lose, and they got to improve every week and even win out to have a prayer at making the playoffs. This week, I can tell you, them dogs are going to hunt and bring home an oversized teddy bear for the taxidermist, leaving me with only one real question. How long does it take to barbecue a bear? Man, that's going to require a mess of sauce. Well, I'll find out and let you know next week. Cousin Scotty's pick, Washington. Texas Tech versus Oklahoma. Coach Kingsbury and his Red Raiders will make an attempt to invade Memorial Stadium and teach the Sooners a complicated lesson. You know how them engineers are. Well, good old Lincoln Riley took the reins of the Boomer Sooner wagon train late in the game this spring, but he has really given the Norman faithful something to cheer about. Sitting number 2 in the conference just behind a hard-kicking frog doesn't seem to faze this group. They take everything in stride and take every game as kind of a warm-up to the showdown over the overgrown amphibian. Normally, midterms stink, But this test, the Sooners will pass with flying colors. Cousin Scotty's pick, Oklahoma. All right, folks, we've been waiting on this one all season. Here we go. Georgia versus Florida. Welcome y'all to the largest outdoor cocktail party. The game might start about 3:30 on Saturday afternoon, but I can guarantee you the party will begin early Friday evening. The good people of Jacksonville have long been cordial hosts of this annual soiree. Red and black and orange and blue as far as the eye can see. Now, Everbank Field only holds about 2/3 of the normal crowd of fans either one of these teams play for. So for y'all that don't understand, about 68,000 folks will pile into the stadium to see this classic. The rest of the 150,000 outside will just hang around and party all night long. Coach McElwain has had a tough year, and this week just made it worse. His players are talking smack off the field and getting smacked around on it. The 3-3 Gators have put extra time in to prepare for the Bulldogs, but can they overcome a bucket load of problems and the fastest defense that Georgia has put up in years? Now, old Kirby is a smart coach, and he has kept the guys away from much of this media hype this week and really focused on making it to 8-0. Some would say I'm a little biased for these dogs, and I might even resent that allegation. What I really resent is the alligator. Nevertheless, as the sun fades to the west, I believe the dogs will be lighting up the scoreboard, and while the party is on the outside, the big dog will be eating fried gator on the inside. Cousin Scotty's most obvious pick, Georgia! Friend, that's about it for me this week. I hope y'all like the show. Tell your friends and keep on watching. I'm on YouTube. Just go in and search for Cousin Scotty, and there I'll be. I'll be back next week with another big bag of pigskin picks, and I'll even try to do better. Well, don't get your panties all in a bunch over my picks, y'all. This is all in fun, and you might even learn something. Well, remember to laugh this week. God bless y'all, and God bless America. Goodbye.